Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Woo, woo. I am back in the morning. I know yesterday I was a little late. Okay, I did a midday conversation, but welcome to our morning conversation. Hi, Kay Brown. Welcome. This is your host, Lakeisha. Hey, Jamie girl. How are you, sis? Thank you for joining. Y'all, last night we had a ball. Y'all are funny. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even be serious on some stuff because y'all were clowning in the chat. Hey, Aries Black. Good morning, sis. Now, if you did not watch the live from last night, we did over Tyrese. Make sure that you go back and watch that live. Um, the replay. We talked about Tyrese being arrested yesterday due to unpaid child support. And he has been released. He was released yesterday, but that does not stop the fact that he still owes that child support. He didn't have to pay the 73K, okay? But it kind of delayed it. So I know Samantha probably was a little bothered, probably, because it turned out like that yesterday. So believe me, she's probably going to continue to apply pressure. She seems like she is not one to play. Okay? She is not one to play. Hey sis, good morning, Queen. Unique is in the house. Hey sis, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Brantley's Lifestyle. Welcome. Y'all, please hit the like button. Let everyone know that we are live. If you would like to share. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and click the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Okay, so I wanted to play a little game this morning. I don't know if y'all have heard of lie. Okay, before I get into that, I want to say that yesterday, Raw Truth. I'm glad you in here because I was about to bring you up, sis. Good morning. Hey, Critical. Good morning. Okay, so yesterday, y'all, no sound. Y'all can't hear me? Y'all let me know if you can hear me. Roger said you can't hear me. Testing, testing. I thought y'all could hear me. No sound. I see my bubble moving. Robin up all night. Brantley's. I was about to ask her, did you go to sleep last night? Okay. Did you go to sleep? Okay, so K Brown can hear me. Okay. Raw Truth, you may need to go out. Somebody tell Raw Truth to go out and then come back in. Dreamy Girl, can you hear me? Okay, Queen said she can't. So can one of the mods let Raw Truth know to go out and come back in? Because she won't be able to hear me saying it. And I can't type right now. Okay, so in the game of life, she said, can anyone hear? And the sound is off. Okay, so Dreamy Girl just said it. Yes, Raw, go and come back in. Okay. Um, in the game of life, okay, a lot of us hold the truth, to certain standard. Okay, we want to be told the truth. And most of all, we want to be found telling the truth. But sometimes you can get caught up, okay, well, you may feel like you got to do what they call maybe a white lie. Okay, or it may not even be a white lie. It may be a bold red lie, and you know that you are lying. Okay, Queen said, okay, y'all can hear, what the heck? Hold on, let me go out and come back because I can't hear nothing. And she doesn't see the bubble moving. Oh, my goodness. Now, some lies, are intentional lies. Okay, we know we are about to lie. Some lies you're like, oh Lord, I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I'm gonna kind of tell them, yeah, that outfit looks good on you, knowing they look a hot mess. Okay. Some lies are just kind of innocent lies because you told it, but you didn't know it was a lie. What did the Brantley say? My child, godmama said, I can't lie for Ish. Right. Okay. Because it's just hard for me. Because you got to keep up with it. And also, my face shows it all. Right. Shaking my head. It was playing in my car speaker, and my car was still turned on, and I'm at the store. My bad. Oh, Raw Truth, I've done that before too. I'm like, where everybody at? Or I was on live, my phone was in the car, and I go to the gas station, so I'm still like talking, like everybody can hear me, but the phone is in the car. Hey, Shelly Shell, good morning, sis. Hey, look, Raw Truth. Hey, Truth in the City. I was talking about truth so much. Hey, Truth in the City, sis. Good morning. I hope everyone is being safe this morning, getting to work, or if you're at work, hope you have a blessed day. And so, lies can be told for multiple reasons, okay? Whether it's intentional or unintentional. So I don't know if y'all remember this game called Two Truths, One Lie. Okay. Hey Angie, good morning, sis. Thank you so much, sis. You gotta hang out with us one day now. Okay, don't come in and rushing out. My truth is like knives, especially when I don't care about another person's feelings. Woo! You just hit them. You just hit them with the knife. Okay. It's hard for me, y'all, to tell the truth sometimes. I'm going to be honest because I got to think of how I'm going to say it because I don't want to hurt the person's feelings. Girl, yes, I don't know where I get all of. And you know what, Raw Truth? I was wondering, did you ever go to sleep? I don't know if you heard our question, but you were up all night. Okay, so did you ever go to sleep last night? This energy from it all. I'm like the energized bunny. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Uncle Charles. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you, Dreamy Girl. And so I start reading y'all comments. Sometimes I get off. So some people can tell the truth straight up, no chaser. Me, I'm the type, I'll tell the truth, but I try to filter it so I can give it the least impact, okay? I don't think she got no sleep. She was cooking and listening to music, okay? But sometimes the lie can be so good until it kind of fades in and looks like the truth. Yesterday, Raw Truth, I hope you don't mind me using this example, but it's also to back you up on what was said. I was in a chat yesterday of one of my good friends modding, right? So I came in and Raw Truth had shared a statement, but what ended up happening was someone came and piggybacked off the statement and said something else that was a lie, okay? And said that Raw Truth said what the other person said. Now, that one lie was about to cause a whole lot of confusion had there not been witnesses in the chat, and also people that could attest to Raw Truth's character as far as always coming with some type of receipt and not just throwing stuff out there, right? And so we have to be careful of how we are putting different things out. I remember a video that even LaTruth had a live one time, and he said the lie is almost, or I don't want to misquote it. I'm paraphrasing now because I don't want it to be like I'm doing a quote for quote, but I think it was to the effect of the lies is almost or always more entertaining than the truth. Hey, everyone in the chat that's just coming in, good morning. Yes. Hey, Bronx girl, good morning, sis. And so sometimes little lies can get mixed in with the truth, and then it all starts looking like the truth. But what happens when you do know what the actual lie is? Will you speak up and say, oh, that was a lie? Or will you continue to mix it in and pretend like it is the truth? Okay, so I'm going to throw out three statements. Y'all have to pick which one is the lie. Okay, first statement: I have done some modeling, fashion modeling. Oh Lord, this traffic just stopped out of nowhere. Second statement: I used to run track in high school. Third statement: I have my master's degree in education. Now, I want y'all to pick out the one that is the lie and type it into the chat. Which one of those statements do you think is the lie? Da, 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 da. Shelly said number 2. Number 1 was fashion modeling. Number 2 was running track. Number 3 was master's degree in education. Which one would be the lie? Okay, Shelly said number 2. Brantley said number 1. Okay, I just repeated, Raw Truth. K Brown said number 2. Truth said number 1. Raw Truth said number 2. Queen said number 2. Okay. Any more votes? Well, okay. Shelly said number 1. Uncle Charles. Uncle Charles, I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. When you tell one lie, you got to tell 2. Come on, Uncle Charles. Because the lie you don't, wait, hold on, Uncle Charles. Because the lie you don't tell might be just for you. Ooh. All right. Aries said number 2. Andrea, welcome. Good morning, sis. She said number 2. Is this pertaining to you or someone else? Me. All right. So in those 3 statements, the lie was actually number 2. I have never ran track. I told y'all before, those of y'all who know me up in here should have known. I told y'all I ain't like PE. I took band just so I took marching band in high school just so I didn't have to go to PE. If it's you, I believe it's number 2. If it's someone else, then it's all of the above. It was number 2. Wait, I'm going to change it to 2 because we don't know your past. Okay. So some of y'all came and changed it. Okay. Yeah, you did. You did. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Baby, no. But I did do some modeling. And y'all, what is interesting with that, with the modeling part, there was a cast call when I used to live in Houston. And I was like, it looked fun. It was at this little boutique. And I was just doing something, to be honest. I said, I'm going to just go just to do something. Y'all, I had gum in my mouth. You work harder in band. You know what? You right, sis. I think I did the wrong thing. And then, wait a minute, y'all. My mom used to, I'm going to get back to what I was going to say with the modeling. My mom used to always laugh at me because I told her, baby, when I was out on that marching field, I was a great pretender, okay? Because I needed all my breath. So I was just marching up a storm trying to remember where to go, but wasn't playing a note until we paused. Wherever we stopped, I would play, but baby, while we were marching, I was just marching and moving my fingers. I needed my breath. I couldn't do both at the same time. Y'all, she used to be tickled. She said, we up there paying all that money for a trumpet. And you couldn't even play. Girl, I was like, no, I could play. I just didn't want to play while we were marching. But y'all, so they did like a cast call in Houston. And so me and my cousin went, my little cousin, Yeah, I had gum in my mouth. I don't even know what I wore. So they told me to walk, and so forth. So she said, "You cute and everything, but why you got that gum all up in your mouth like that?" And I was like, "Ooh, I forgot that I had the gum in my mouth." So I just knew when we left there. I told my cousin, "Well, it was fun. Y'all, they ended up calling me back. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's when I actually got nervous because this thing was moving along. So they had rehearsals. I wasn't a big high heel wearer, but the more I did it, the easier it kind of got during that time. And so they had a whole show in Houston that I did. And it was a lot of fun, y'all. When you go out there and you have to do like the changes, wardrobe changes, and it's like a lot of pressure when you're back there, like to hurry up and change. And then when you come out, you got to look like you ain't been back there about to flip out sweating and be all like attitude and, poised and all of this stuff. But it was a lot of fun. You feel like a celebrity, you do. And so that was like, I was going to do it twice, but then I think I ended up moving around that time. So that was like when I was in my early 20s, I think like about 20 when I did that. But yeah, that was my experience with some modeling. And so my daughter, baby, she tries to pick up and do a little, modeling and things like that. I'm trying to get her with the little attitude part. You got to come on with it sometimes, have that little spunk. But yeah, so that was actually true. But the running the track, no. So notice how some of us were saying number one, some people were saying number two. Okay, it was kind of hard to kind of see which one of those things was a lie. And sometimes that's what can happen even on TV, even on in real life. Queen said, that's how I feel about cheerleading. All eyes on me and turn up. Girl, wait a minute. You out there cheerleading? Are you talking about in the past? Okay. Because your daughter, I know, even with the cheerleaders, the parents, baby, some of those parents take it seriously, where they're like, baby, that's my baby, and trying to get some of that shine too. Because sometimes we live through our children. Now, I think Queen was a cheerleader, but sometimes my daughter, she's very athletic and things like that. And I'm like, girl, we're going to, refine this because mommy wasn't. Okay. So I love this. I want her to be in all type of sports things and cheerlead and things like that. Because sometimes we just live through our children. Oh, in the past and now. Oh, I didn't know you were a coach. Okay. Now that's awesome. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So my question, I was just wondering, when a person finds out that something was a lie, okay, and you are now knowledgeable that that thing is a lie, okay, do you speak up and tell, the truth about that? Hi, Miss Lynn. Good morning. Oh, y'all, my coffee getting, let me drink some. I'm like, I don't want it to get cold because I hate cold coffee. It is gross. If you knew that something was a lie and others felt that it was the truth, would you eventually speak up and tell the truth? Or do you continue to allow people to think that that thing is a lie? Because sometimes if we speak the truth, sometimes we have fears that could arise. Would you still be accepted, or would people walk away if they knew the full truth? And that can happen even in friendships, okay, relationships. Some people have that one lie, two truths, one lie, and they allow people to roll with the lie as if it's the truth. I've even seen it in multiple sectors. Okay. I don't know if y'all remember with Rose, she even admitted, y'all, her own receipts that they intentionally told a lie. they intentionally deceive their subscribers. Um, things and it really didn't fool me per se, because I didn't understand how things were going well one day, and then the next day they popped up with, "Oh, we're getting we're separating," and it came like out of nowhere. And so a lot of people ran with it. Okay, Miss Lynn, thank you. A lot of people ran with it. And good morning, Mama Three. I hope you're having a great morning, sis. They ran with it, y'all, and really thought that they were separating. And then they came out and showed proof that they were lying. Okay. Because they were going to come up with this little plan, uh, saying that she was going to get her surgery, and then I think it was a breast lift. Then he was gonna, be so excited about it until, he comes back, and this was going to be kind of their storyline. But what about the people that was believing that to be true? What about those people? Because once you find, and I'm the type, when I catch a person in one lie, I start questioning everything that they say after that. Or I even go back and I'll be wondering, well, what part of this was the lie? Oh my goodness, Queen said, "Oh my, is Rose still at it? I only hear about her when I listen to you." Girl, yes, that happened probably a few weeks ago. Girl, she's still at it. I had to give myself a break. Okay, because it was just too much, y'all, with that girl. She has a lot going on. And I'm gonna go back. I just kind of took a break because I get upset, and then when his kids involved and things like that, like that was hard to watch. That was hard to watch. But I think that they're getting some help now that CPS is involved. I think they're getting help. Yes, Roger, very questionable. Girl, she is a mess. Oh my goodness, but keeps mess going. How you gonna be a mess but keep mess going? Okay, and then play the victim. I don't like that. Okay, and y'all, oh my goodness, I gotta tell y'all this part right quick. Remember when when we were talking about Big Brother and that girl Angela that gets on my nerves on there? Now she voted to take one of the guys out. She was, her vote was for him not to stay in the house, but the house kind of turned. A couple of them kind of flipped. Ended up staying. Why? And tell him. And she went in there trying to cover for herself. Oh my God. I was like, she was throwing the others under the bus. That's the part. But then she's quick to try to play victim. Okay. She is probably going to make it towards the end because she has 9 lives. I don't know why they cannot get her up out of I don't know why they can't get that lady up out of there. But baby, I see, audio. Can y'all hear me? I'm in a bad spot. Testing. Okay. I'm at a light. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Thank you, Mama Three. Okay. Y'all know I be driving, so sometimes I get in a bad little area. Okay. Yeah, baby. She she got 9 lives. Okay, thanks, Shelly. And that they can't get that lady out, but quit all that pretend crying. Okay, that part I don't like. And she threw those people under the bus. Now, this is the hard part. There are 2 close ones, okay, which they have a plan to go to the end together. And the girl, her name is Chelsea, and then there's the guy that she's close to. There are two of the black ones on there. When she changed her vote, and really the speeches did it. That's why this debate, y'all, is so important, because in an instant they said that two of them said that when they heard his speech right before they voted is what changed their vote. They were going to vote the other guy out, but they heard his speech and were touched in that moment. So then it brought conflict between the girl Chelsea and her partner, because he said, how come you didn't tell me in that moment that you were switching up? Ooh, y'all. She had to admit that she was one that has switched up and that her vote went the other way. So now that causes a shift in the house, because he went and told the other guy who was the HOH that she was one of the ones that went against the house. Two of them did. And so now things are about to change. So with every lie, y'all, there are consequences, and it can shift the whole thing. I'm telling you, it can shift the whole thing. One lie, whether it's intentional or unintentional, it can shift the whole thing. When you tell one lie. And yesterday in that chat, when Ratu going back to that, and I felt so bad for her, because I'm like you, Ra. I don't like when people lie on me or lie to me. And people were lying, saying that she said one thing. Imagine if people just ran with that, how that one lie could have turned into something bigger. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to be careful on the things that we say. If we find out something is a lie, correct it. Speak up. Tell the truth. Now, will the truth always be received well? Some people may be mad at first, okay? But I believe, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that people will respect a person more for speaking up and telling the truth, even if they intentionally or unintentionally told a lie, for the simple fact that you tried to correct it. Okay, I know I would. Now that you've corrected it, then hey, right, Miss Lynn said she don't like to be lied to or lied on. Okay, now we've corrected that. Let's try to repair the damage, okay, that was done, because that can potentially damage a relationship or damage the way people look at you or your character. I know I tried skipping school one time. Yeah, I know, open book. No, I know y'all think I'm a saint. No, that was my BC days. I have a past too. And so where we messed up at, okay, so I had my own car, and my boyfriend, he called the school, y'all, and told the school that I wasn't going to be in. He was trying to pretend like he was my father. Okay, now what if they keep on lying? Sis, I'm done with you. Okay, you can't even be around me if you are a habitual liar, because I see through everything anyways. Okay, so baby, I don't trust people like that. If you keep on lying, peace out. Okay. And so he called the school. He told the school that I wouldn't be in. And I don't know what happened with that, but the school called my mama. The next thing I know, to his house, okay, at his house, the school called the number back. And the number, when they called back, hey, Shailene, good morning, sis. Thank you for joining. When they called back, he answered the phone, and y'all, my mom, they had conference my mom on the line. I was like, how in the world? Raju said that's why you always have to have your receipts to debunk lies. I'm going to tell things exactly how it is. I'm always honest, right? And a lot of people know that about you. So that's why it's good that you have, and I'm talking you as in everyone, has a good reputation of telling the truth. Okay, because when it comes to people trying to lie on you, those people won't believe it because they know that you have a reputation, that you usually tell the truth, things like that. You have to keep your name great. Don't have your name mixed up in a whole bunch of lies. Now I'm gonna hit the heart. What if it's your child? I'm going through that. Oh, what if your child keeps on lying? Okay. I used to hate that I couldn't sneak in peace and I was a see, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this, Brantley's. Okay, so after that, y'all, I got a little nervous. This is the extent, okay? Come on, God, that God loves us, that He wanted me to hold on to my virginity. When I think back, okay, the Lord said, this is not the day. Okay. So y'all, my heart, okay, skip the beat. I promise y'all, it skipped a beat, Aries. I was so nervous, y'all. I got in my car. Look, at me and him had left and got breakfast and everything. I hadn't even had a chance to eat my breakfast. Okay. I think we went to Jack in the Box. So I told him I gotta go. So y'all, I didn't want to go home though, because now my mama knew I had skipped school and was with my boyfriend. Y'all, I called her from a payphone. Back then we had a payphone. I called my mom from a payphone, and baby, I was like, "Hello, I'm on my way home." She was like, she didn't say nothing else, and me and my mom had a very close relationship. And baby, I thought in that moment I want to run away. I thought I drove around our neighborhood. I don't know how many times. I wanted to run away. I didn't want to go back home. And so I pulled up and I was like, oh Lord, let me go on in here, get it over with. I walked in, I told my mama I'm home, and she said, all right. She didn't say anything else to me. She didn't, y'all, I went in my room and went to bed. My mama didn't say anything to me that whole evening. And that hit me worse than anything. I probably would have, thank you, Miss Lynn. I probably would have felt a little better. Yes, girl, we had a payphone. If she had cussed me out, whooped me, or something. She didn't say anything. The next morning, she said, come on in here so I can talk to you. She said, now, you know that, you're going to have to gain my trust back again. Because after that, I don't know if I can trust you. And I said, oh my God, y'all, as close as me and my mom was, y'all, that hurt me to my core. And after that day, I never, ever tried to skip school again. I ain't trying to say I didn't try to go out with some boyfriends and use my cousin as my little, co-person to come with. But I never tried to skip school again. And I always tried to make sure I was honest with my mom, because she had that relationship with us where we could talk to her about anything. And that's, I think, it disappointed her that I would do something like that, because she felt that she could trust me. And also that, we had that open relationship. Y'all, they took my car for about a month. That hit me too. Okay. I had to get a ride to school again. I was like, no, not the car. All I could do is walk by the car and look at the car, getting in their car. And I couldn't even drive my own car. And so going back to the Brantleys, Brantley, I'm telling you, I kind of was going through, and probably still to a certain extent, go through that with my daughter about the line. Like I told her, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, y'all already know the other word. They say it progresses, right? You start with lying, and you have to start covering up and doing this different stuff. And so what we can do with our children, especially, when they're younger, is have those conversations, like real conversations. Keep that open dialogue. I use a lot of stories and lessons, and I use myself, like that one time I tried to steal money, from my aunt, put it in my backpack. One of the other kids when I got to school stole it from me. I try to use that. I try to make sure that I show them, okay, if you do this, then this happens. If you do this, then this happens. Okay. Because they're still learning life. They have to see consequences too. Sometimes kids don't learn until they see some form of consequence. Or you can have a forced consequence. I can take something away. You can be on punishment, things like that. And set the example before them. If they see maybe you lie, then and mommy always lying to everybody, I'm a lie. Okay. Or if they see maybe you mistakenly lied about something and you correct it, that also sets an example for them. My child don't care. The lies be flowing like water. Exactly. And they gonna flow with your butt getting popped. Okay. Or some get taken away. You gonna learn. Okay. Hi, I am. Thank you for joining this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This bring back memories for me. It was my dad, though. He stayed on my neck. Yes. Lie, steal, cheat. Yes. We have family meetings and talks, all of that. I did things, everything. She don't care. I love her. I need a priest. You know what? And sometimes it has to go to that level. Sometimes you may have to say, look, we going to church and you going to the altar. Okay. Or we going to meet after church with the pastor and they pray. Cause my daughter, when I say I'm going to tell bishop or pastor and they're going to lay hands and pray for you this week, she gets it together because she does not want that conversation. Okay. And the little devil up in there, get out of here. You don't want the blood. You don't want that anointing to hit you. Oh my goodness. I done took her to the altar, got prayed on, sis. I did everything. And you know what? Give it time. Even with us, there was always a process, right? So I'm speaking to you as I'm speaking to myself too, with my children. I'm noticing some things she is outgrowing and changing in. Just like we go through a process, our children go through a process. And as hard as it is, I know we get impatient and we want them to fix it and get it right, like quickly. Okay. But do we do that? So it's almost like we have to look at ourselves. Like I had to go through the learning experiences and things like that. Children are going to go through that too. And I know, sis, I know. I'm feeling you. Because mine, I think hers to progress to some stealing. Okay. I'm like, get out my gun, out my purse. You've been in my purse. I know when something's been moved. Okay. And her little face says it all. So yeah, we're not progressing this. Thank you, Miss Lynn, for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. Good morning, Rosie. And y'all, I'm gonna have to get off. Y'all making me late. I'm gonna blame y'all. Look, because I don't know what I'm going into today. Some days they'll say, can you cover a class? And some days I can do what I was hired to do. I'm like, I just don't know. Oh, Lord. But yeah, it's a process. So yeah, our focus was, telling the truth. Okay. And when the truth when the lies out there, it's the truth, tell the truth. Okay. Still speak up for truth. Because sometimes these lies blend in so well until they become the truth. Okay. All right. Let's see. Open book, you're welcome. Thank you so much. These kids will test you, Mama 3, baby. Woo. Mine been stealing, punch a hole in the wall. I sent her to get evaluated. Everything I'm done. Yes, sometimes we have to do that. But I'm gonna tell you, continue to pray. I'll continue to pray for her as well. And God will do the work. We'll look up and things that we thought, oh my gosh, they were doing XYZ. My son, he was 15 months when he started walking. He had a pacifier. He used to even get speech therapy. But some of the things he outgrew, like some of the things his speech therapist did. And my son had ear infection, so he could have been that. They said so he had to get ear tubes and stuff to keep them draining right. And sometimes that can kind of delay or whatever. But baby, when I tell you he started doing stuff that speech therapist was trying to get him to do years before, and I said, look at God. God worked all of that out. So some stuff we're patient, we continue to trust God through the process. God will do the work on them, and he also does the work in us. Because when our kids test us, guess what? It's helping to change our character as well. Okay? It really does. Even as a teacher, when educators out there, y'all know these kids will test you. But I'm telling you, a lot of my character training came when I was in the classroom. When I first started teaching, I had to learn how to not do certain things, how to be patient, okay? How to be caring to a child that is getting on your nerves, okay? So a lot of that, it does take time, but God is faithful. Don't get me started. I know I'm already late. God is faithful and will complete the work. He started the work. Our children are a blessing. And sometimes we just have to go back to God and say, God, you bless me with these children. And this is what they're doing. I need you. I need your help, your grace, your mercy to help me help my child. I have had to pray those prayers because I didn't know what else to do. And then sometimes you feel like you're on the verge of a nervous breakdown because you don't know what else to do. But God, and he will complete the work in them. They are our blessings. They're going to get on our nerves, but they still are blessings, and he's going to help us. Have to nip it now because it will only get worse. They getting a mentor or put in an activity of their choosing. Right. My mother-in-law is a high school teacher, and the stories I told her I couldn't do it, I'll forget I wasn't their mama. Right. Unfortunately, sometimes even when you're doing all the things, they still choose to do things the hard way. Exactly. And that's when we have to just let God, show them. But y'all, I love y'all so much. This has been a wonderful conversation, a lot of fun as usual. Thank you for your support. Thank you again to Miss Lynn for that super sticker. You are such a blessing. I love you all so much, and I pray that y'all have a blessed Tuesday. Until later, bye-bye.